man. Of all the games, man.
They just want to keep
Come on,
turning me
man.
up.
We don't need this. We don't need this.
Guys, starting 11. Look, we do the coin toss after. We start 2 minutes before we walk.
Bring them now, guys.
No, I'll get it. Yeah.
I got a veggie and what? 2 more is probably right? Hey. 2 more, I'll be sitting here eating. Well, not the yolk of my phone.
From the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas, welcome back to U19 semifinal day at the MLS NEXT Cup. It's our second semifinal this morning as Tampa Bay United takes on San Francisco Glens with a spot in the title match on the line and a meeting with New England Revolution, who just took down FC Dallas 2-1 in a thrilling match. And now, Rodney Wallace, we get the chance to look at a couple of non-MLS affiliated clubs who have had tremendous tournaments. Let's start with San Francisco Glens starting lineup. This is a team that has put together 3 consecutive victories, obviously, and their leading goal scorer is Kevin Rodriguez Andrade. And yes, they're going in with a 4-3-3, again, something they're used to, and this allows them to have more options attacking, and we'd like to see Kevin Rodriguez Andrade just perform and continue where he's at right now in the growth. Well, Tampa Bay United has not been defeated a single time this season, and they have not allowed a goal in the tournament. And then, again, you see the same formation, 4-3-3, is going to be important for them to really understand that this is a big moment, but not to play the occasion and just play the game like they've been doing, and you do the things that got them here. So this is going to be a really fun semifinal. Our first one was awesome, and we expect the same thing out of the second. San Francisco in the white kits with green shorts, all red for Tampa Bay United, who you would have to call the favorite in this match. But, hey, you never know as we get to this point, and a spot in the final is on the line. Don't forget, join us on Twitch throughout the match. Any questions you have for Rodney, he will be more than happy to answer them for you. We're so happy to be on site and to be broadcasting in this format where we can interact with all of you and answer any questions you might have about the tournament or about trying to pursue a career in this beautiful game of soccer. Or really any questions about anything. Both teams right now organized. On the defensive side, they're staying compact. Right now, San Francisco on the ball, being patient, understanding that plays don't have to develop very rapidly at times. You can take your time. Good combination play. Yeah, beautiful turn in the midfield. What a cut. A left-footed strike and an easy stop. First of the match for Devin Armstrong, the goalkeeper who has not been beaten in the tournament. Tampa Bay and San Francisco have both used 2 keepers in the tournament. For Tampa, Devin Armstrong and Gian Morales. It's Armstrong who gets the start. Now back the other way, looking at counter, and Tampa Bay has won an early corner in the 2nd minute. Both teams are flying right now. They know what this means to them. I have a feeling this is going to be a good game, good quality, high quality match. I expect to see some goals in this one. What do you think? That's what we want to see, right? Goals and celebrations. Cross comes in towards the back post, and it will be a goal kick coming. Lucas Jones is the starting goalkeeper for San Francisco. Angel Iniguez has also started in the tournament, but Jones gets a start here in the semifinal. And that's no easy task for a goalkeeper to be put in these positions, but it's no easy task, but it's something that they're used to doing, or they should be used to doing. The competition side of it from goalkeepers is a bit different. It's a bit personal, but they need to work as a unit. They need to celebrate each other's success. And when the starting goalkeeper isn't there, settled down inside the box. San Francisco looking to make something happen early, but well done defensively there on the Tampa Bay side. And as I was saying, when the starting goalkeeper isn't there, your backup has to be just as good, has to be secure. They're not going to be the same, obviously, but your team has to feel safe with you. They have to feel like they're in control, like there aren't going to be any hiccups. And at times you see goalkeepers come into a game and they're not used to starting,
and they make silly mistakes, and that's just because of the nerves, just because the moment has gotten too big for them. But we're hoping not to see that from Jones.
You see San Francisco head coach Antonio Medina. He has led his side to the semifinal here. Round of 32, defeated Sporting KC 2-0 and took out Sac Republic 1-0 in the round of 16. And then a 4-2 win against FC Delco in the quarterfinal. Throw comes all the way towards the keeper. And Armstrong out to handle it. The path for Tampa Bay, 3-0 win against Orlando City. 2-0 against the Keller Soccer Association. And then in the quarterfinals, 3-0 against Miami Kendall Rush SC. Winner of this one will play New England Revolution for the 19U championship.
It was a great play by Arisa right there, recognizing that the only thing he could do was to dribble between those two players, and to have the confidence to do that, but to actually pull it off and be brave enough to do that. That's a sign of a player that wants to get to the next level. That's a player that knows what it takes.
This will be a throw for Tampa Bay. And while we have a moment, let's check out our Adidas keys to the game, Rodney. Let's start with Tampa Bay.
And we talked about Tampa Bay. We see how focused they are and how connected they are, but we want to see that throughout the 90 minutes. They got to play the game and definitely not the occasion, even though it means so much.
And for San Francisco, organization's going to be very important.
Yeah, San Francisco just has to be organized, and they have to be patient, and they have been. But at the same time, it's about the timing of the runs, the quality of the balls.
San Francisco settling this one back. Holding on to the ball. And Matthew Duggan leaves it back for Lucas Jones. 6 minutes gone by in our second semifinal. And this will be a throw for Tampa. With us on Twitch, you can check in with any questions, comments you might have. And we would love to answer anything about the tournament, anything about really anything. Only a couple days left here in Frisco, so only a few more opportunities to pick the brain here of one Rodney Wallace.
Welcome back, my Twitch family. It's been a pleasure to have this Twitch and the chat and the games being broadcasted, and the exposure that these kids are getting, the knowledge, what they're learning. It's a big tackle in the middle.
Good play in the midfield. Tampa Bay looking to move forward. Cross took a tip on the way through and comes back out towards Tate Johnson.
Well done by Johnson, recognizing that he needs to follow the play. He needs to stay in tune with it. You never know when the ball's going to pop up to you, and he did well.
Johnson is able to win a corner. Three different players have 2 goals in the tournament for Tampa Bay United. Daniel Lugo, Robert White, and Jonathan Nicasio.
That's a good sign for a team. That's a good sign. That means that players are doing what they can to chip in to have the team success.
Back post headed off the side of the net by Lugo. There'll be a goal kick for Lucas Jones.
Both teams competing right now. They're giving it 100%. They got to be smart about the timing, when to press, when to fall back a little bit. And when I say fall back, when I say use your block, I don't mean just be careless and lazy. I mean understand that you don't have the ball, you don't want to chase, but you also can't press all the time. So being in the right place right there, how can you help your teammate? How can you tuck in? When do you communicate? Pressing together.
We saw our first match today that was level all the way into the second half, and then we had 3 goals in the second half in that one. This one between a couple of teams that have given up a combined 2 goals total in 6 matches in the tournament.
All the games have been very, very competitive. The level of play is high, and especially now at the later stages of the tournament, this is when you start to see quality, because players start to step up in big moments. There's not that much room for error. Excuse me.
What have we said all week, right? Big time players make
big time plays. Leg out.
Past the 10.5-minute mark. Remember, tomorrow we start the championship matches, and a programming note is that those will be at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. First one tomorrow will be the U19 final between DC United and Strikers FC. So,
DC United. That's how I feel about it.
But if you've been
DC United, my bad. Go on.
Planning your schedule around our 10 a.m. Eastern starting of the day, obviously that'll change the final 2 days we're here in Frisco. Oh, here's the takeaway and a chance. Opportunity for Tampa Bay, but a good recovery defensively on the San Francisco side.
What a recovery right there. What a play to keep your team alive, to keep the 0 in behind. Those are the plays that are going to go a long way. Putting your body on the line.
We have a yellow here to Tampa Bay's Rainier McKenzie. Played to the left side here. Jonathan Locala. And back for Duggan once again.
What a ball from your goalkeeper. What a ball right there.
What can it set up here for San Francisco?
And this all starts from the goalkeeper. Jones did a great job of being the one that recognizes where the space is, and he was the one that made that delivery.
So important in modern soccer, right, to be able to play through your keeper like that?
It is, and that's what teams are looking for. That's what professional teams are looking for. That's what these scouts are looking for. Can my goalkeeper make plays around the goal? Yes, saves, but can my keeper also keep the ball in possession? Can he spray the ball to the target?
comment there. Shout out to all the moms and dads filling in for their kids this week.
And that's true. You know, parents invest a lot in these kids. And when I mean invest, I'm not talking about monetary or anything like that. I'm talking about they invest time. They invest emotions. And sometimes players at tournaments, you know, you got to lift their morale. And in order to have a good performance at times, you need your family around you. You need a good support system.
We talked about this quite a bit with Jamie Watson when he was here. You know, also at times, depending on the academy you're playing in, send your kids away from home and you know, don't get to see them very much.
That's a big fact. That is a big fact. Like Real Salt Lake.
Exactly. Teams
that are in academies where they're away from home, it's cool to be able to fly in and see your kid play for.
Here's a beautiful build-up. Still possessed, Tampa Bay, and again it is Medina for San Francisco. I was on the shuttle from the airport to the rental car station when I flew in last week, and was talking to a father and son who were coming to watch their son play. They were from Rochester, had sent their son out to Kansas City to play in the Sporting KC Academy, and this was the first time in quite a long time they were getting to see him. So those are some of the stories that come along with a tournament like this.
And those are the hard decisions that not only players have to make, but also the parents, especially realizing that these are very young kids still, and realizing that they're going to be away from home, and there's going to be an adjustment period. The things that they go through in the academy, at times they don't have the outlet. But what, for example, Real Salt Lake has done well is having a complete package for these players, whether it's, you know, the education, whether it's the mental side, making sure that these kids are sharp and taken care of, the nutrition. All of these things make a big difference, and especially if a player is away from home. But it's got to be difficult for the parents. But these decisions are made as a family. The players alone can't make a decision to go away or to go play here or to sign this deal. The parents also have to be very responsible and step in and take care of the child, because it's a cold world at times, and not everybody is looking after your child. Sometimes they're looking for the personal interest. So for the parents, this is a big learning lesson too, just to separate what's real and what's fake, what an agent's telling you, who's talking to you, realizing that this is your kid that they're talking about, and this is your kid that they're trying to sell. This is your kid that they're trying to get a contract for. So parents, stay woke out there.
th minute of this first half. No score yet between Tampa Bay and San Francisco in our second U19 semifinal. To tell you a little bit about this San Francisco Glens program, currently the senior first team plays in USL League 2, but they plan to go pro by 2023, and right now they are constructing a stadium located at Treasure Island, which is off the Bay Bridge in between San Francisco and Oakland. It's set to be completed by the end of the year, and that'll kind of coincide when the program looks to go pro. And thank you so much to some people in San Francisco who sent some information and some pictures and renderings of the new stadium, and it looks beautiful, and it's going to look like it's going to be an awesome home for this program. I just showed it to
Can you see that picture again?
Rodney.
That's high level stuff right there, and that's what these teams are doing for these players. That's how much they believe in them. They invest in them.
Just outside the bike. A strike and a big save made by Armstrong. Good look there for San Francisco very early on in this match.
And you see here, he's looking for that opening. I don't know if he meant to make him, but it went through his legs. And he's just trying to create a little bit of room to get the shot. You can hear his teammates say, "Pégale, pégale," in Spanish, meaning just hit it, hit it. and he did just that. Gave his team a chance to now get ahead with the corner.
So a big test pass there for Armstrong. Referee trying to separate Barry Cahalan and Tate Johnson. Quick talking to. Service in, headed away. Back line was empty, but there were 4 Tampa Bay players in between the ball and the net.
You got a lot of people with a lot of history around the league here. Players like Kenny Cooper, representing FC Dallas as an ambassador. You got Aleko Eskandarian here, representing the MLS and doing such a wonderful job in really establishing what this league should look like. Players that have been around, players with experience, players that know the game.
Foul there against Tampa Bay as Shane Lonergan was pushed down. Lonergan had a goal in the round of 32, 2-0 defeat of Sporting KC. "20 minutes gone by here at the Toyota Soccer Center. No score between San Francisco Glens and Tampa Bay United. A meeting in the championship with New England is on the line.
Defensively, you cannot be caught lagging right here. You got to stay tuned with the play. And that's
Pretty good service, yeah.
Well, that's a free header, though. I don't understand how this player is that free.
And there is no one near Barry Cahalan there.
He's wide open. There's absolutely zero desire to win that ball from Tampa Bay. And if I'm a coach, it's disappointing because it's a semifinal. The alertness has to be on a different level, head on a swivel, marking, communicating.
Temperature has gone up about 10 degrees from when we started the day. See 88 degrees at the moment. It was about 78 when we started the first match.
Shout out to the rest of the crew that's putting this together, the production crew, camera crew, everybody. It's no easy task. You see the cameramen here carrying these huge cameras, running around trying to get this footage, trying to highlight the talent that the MLS has, that these clubs have.
Yeah, everybody's been incredible to work with this week. Had a real good time, and while we are under a shaded tent, pretty much everyone else is not. So, not the easiest conditions to work under, but...
So you're feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
Decent build up there, but nothing doing for Tampa Bay.
Good outlet pass. Now continue the run. You make a great pass, a great outlet. You got to continue the run.
Another yellow against Tampa Bay.
At times, players really they admire their own passes, and they become fans and they watch their own pass, but they don't move after that. So at times they make a beautiful pass, but they don't provide an outlet for their team.
Take another look at this foul against Ferris Sahi.
Are they beefing? Because that looked personal to me. Where is that stadium located again?
Just between Oakland and San Francisco.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful for the game. That's the growth of soccer in this country. Stadiums like that in the Bay.
Such a great area, obviously. Jonathan Locala had it taken away by Erickson Sakalowski.
Good build up. Confident build up.
Oh, good ball forward. Sakalowski.
Oh.
Nobody home at the back post.
But what a ball that is, and what a build up.
Can hear the communication there from San Francisco goalkeeper Lucas Jones.
Individual effort right there on the line. But good defending, getting numbers back. Not allowing plays to develop, shutting down the opponent. It's a semifinal match. Everything has to be sharp.
Everything on the line for these two, Tampa Bay, San Francisco, hoping to earn a shot to play at Toyota Stadium on Sunday night.
Can't be more motivating than being able to see the big stage, the stadium, and visualize getting there and winning there.
Here's a chance out in front for San Francisco, and they finish. Anthony Guzman has the breakthrough.
What a moment right now. What a moment for this club, for this player, Guzman. It's a big-time goal. And that was off the second balls. That was off of the hard work, pressing, determination to stay with the play. And ultimately, it's the finish, right? I mean, look right here. The determination to continue to run, the strength and the precision right there. He executed that. Well done by the young man.
Guzman gets his second goal of the tournament. And boy, is that San Francisco side fired up.
We're not done yet. It's just the beginning, boys. These are the things that I like to hear. That's refreshing right there. That's the mentality that each and every single one of these players needs to have already on the field. But it's good to have a supporting cast. It's good to have your teammates involved. It's good to have your coach encouraging, being positive, and knowing what he's talking about as well. I think at times the coaching at this level plays a big role and a big part on the success of these teams, but also the development of the players. As a coach, if you want to be a youth coach, you got to study. You got to do your homework. You got to know the game. You got to stay connected with the evolution of the game. Control. Play and move. Provide angles. Yes.
San Francisco looking to build up another opportunity with 27 minutes gone by.
San Francisco's, they've been clever. They've been good on the ball. They finished their one chance, the one chance that they had. But they've held the ball well. The chances created have been good from this team.
You know, Rodney, this is already a bit of a different situation for Tampa Bay United to be in. That was the first goal that they've conceded in the tournament. Clean sheets in the round of 32, round of 16, and the quarterfinals. But now trailing for the first time this week.
And this is when you test your players. This is when you test your team. What are you made of? You know what I mean? Can you come back from this? It's time to let go of the ball. That's the difference between the pros and And this stage, the developmental stage, is the little details, the execution. Get rid of the ball is a basic thing that you have to know. That's a basic skill. Pass and move. You can be good on the ball, but if you don't have a purpose and you're slowing the game down, it's going to be very difficult to come back from a 1-0 deficit.
Tampa Bay looking to build something up here.
The strength from Lugo.
Good play in the box. Whistle. And we have the flag up on the near side.
It was a finish, though.
Don't forget to be checking Twitch and throwing any comments you might have at us. Rodney will answer any questions you have. Twitch.tv/MLS. Tell us where you're watching from. Any predictions or thoughts for the match?
Join in. Let's talk. But more importantly, let's watch this game actually as well. Good shape from Tampa. Good press by White. Good press by White again. Keep going. And it makes it so difficult. Damn, that almost hit me. It makes it difficult for San Francisco to come out. And it's not just White, it's the whole team behind him. And they trust each other because he never once had to look back. Everybody else did their job.
So we'll go to our first hydration break. Just over 30.5 minutes gone by in our first half. A 1-0 lead for San Francisco. In our second semifinal of the day on the 25th minute goal from Anthony Guzman.
We got Antarctica.
Wow.
Blessing us with their presence.
That's the first one from there we've seen this week.
You know what I mean? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Jay-Z.
See the sideline for San Francisco playing from ahead.
These water breaks are so fundamental. They're necessary.
Let's take another look at the goal for Guzman.
Right there, just the effort to keep the ball in, but to fight for this ball, to continue to play, and to have the maturity and be so cool, calm, and collected to finish that. But right there, that's what I like right there. I like the fight. I like the dog in him. Beautiful shot.
Another comment in our Twitch chat. Good question here from Big Soccer Guy. What's it like negotiating a contract at such a young age?
Well, from experience, I wasn't as young as some of these players. Some of these players are getting signed at 16, even at 14. Take a look at NYCFC signing a 14-year-old player. My first contract came at 18, 19, and I had an agent that I trusted. My family trusted him. He wasn't just looking after my career. He was looking after my life. And that is very important for players and for parents to realize. I think we touched on that already, but just having good representation is key. But it is, a blessing. You get these papers in front of you, and it's almost as if this is the reward of all the work you've done. And it feels good. But it's not the end all. That's just the beginning. The first contract is just the beginning into the next phase.
This one handled by Jones. 34th minute in our U19 semifinal. Second one. A 2-1 win for New England earlier today. Winner of this match on Field 4 at the Toyota Soccer Center. Will play in the final against New England at Toyota Stadium on Sunday night.
Javi providing width right there. The referee's letting the play go on.
And you like that, right?
You know I like a little bit of contact. You
I know
I like
everything you like now.
I like a little bit of intensity, so good on the ref to keep the game as is, and it's intense, but it's clean at the same time. Referee, don't push it now. Got to protect the players as well.
That was Jonathan Lacala who got tripped up for San Francisco. I don't know if you've noticed this week, but this San Francisco side has a pretty big social media following that's pretty fired up about their progress into this postseason. And I believe I saw something that they get ice cream every time they win.
That's cool. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Right?
I like ice cream.
I didn't get ice cream after a win.
What'd you get? An ice bath?
I mean, yeah, just recovery. Go home, watch tape, relax, decompress, come back and do it all over again. Fix the mistakes that you made in the game and focus also on the positives.
This comes into the hands of Devin Armstrong. I won't ask what a college Rodney Wallace did after a win.
In College Park, Maryland? You know that place, what's the name of that place again? Nah, I'm just kidding. That was their second home. Bentley's.
Yes, sir.
RJ Bentley's.
Here's a build-up and an opportunity. It's an onside play for now. But Tampa Bay really couldn't get much of a shot away there. It looked like San Francisco was asking for offside and doing that as much as trying to defend.
Yeah, but San Francisco stayed with the play. Great in-between ball right here. I would have loved a little bit more patience and quality and precision, knowing that the play is catching up to you. Be able to make a decision quicker.
Great recovery by Cole Bassick there. Foul here against San Fran. Seems like Tampa Bay is starting to find its footing in this match a little bit. Really since allowing the goal, right?
Yeah, I think they've gone to their true identity, and it's been paying off for them.
Good service in, headed wide of the cage though.
Great service in, free service in. That was free. Nobody challenged them. Those are the mistakes that you have to correct early on. When it's time to pressure, when it's time to really ramp it up a little bit, switch gears, you got to do it. You got to go out there and defend 1v1. You got to believe in yourself, got to trust yourself. Don't allow that cross to come in. But realistically, it's very hot here, and it's taking a toll on the players. They've been playing consistently. The games are very close to each other. So recovery and these water breaks are key.
It's a good point that it's not just that it's hot today, it's that it's been hot for over a week, and
right.
This is everybody's fourth match.
They've been working hard, man, but it's not over.
You need to win 5 to call yourself MLS Next Cup champion. These two teams have won 3. And San Francisco Up 1-0 here in the semis. There you see Tampa Bay United head coach Blake Wagner hoping his team can perhaps find an equalizer before we hit half.
And we've seen that a lot here, right? Teams really falling asleep at crucial moments in the game, and a crucial moment is late in the half.
And how much of that, just is youth.
Yeah, and those are the mistakes that you have to correct. Again, I'll say that you got to do that early. Do the small things that are going to make you better in the long run, and that's basic. Play the full 90, play the full 45. Take every play as danger, and protect your lead.
Such a different feeling if you can go into half and recharge the batteries up a goal as opposed to still level. And right now, San Francisco Glens is somewhere near 5 minutes away from doing just that.
Thank you for joining us on Twitch. We're live here to take any questions, comments, conversations about the beautiful game, about this game, predictions.
Link right there, twitch.tv/MLS. This one settled down as Tampa Bay continues to possess well here in the 41st minute.
Hang that. Individual play right there goes a long way.
There's an opportunity, a strike off a tip, and easy for Jones once again.
You see what staying with the play does? It's not only, it doesn't create a chance for yourself, it also can create a chance for your team. Because when you are making an individual play, you already know that you have other teammates that are in tune with the play, and they're ready for those second balls to pop out.
Angel Iniguez trying to play that into the middle. San Francisco up 1-0. Goals in the 25th minute from Anthony Guzman. And that one last touched by the aforementioned goal scorer.
Proud aunt cheering from DC. Shout out to DC. Special place. Home of DC United, who also just recently launched their new training facility. And it just raises the quality of the players.
Yep, just a couple years after opening up Audi Field. Also a beautiful locale for soccer in this country. One of the first matches there a couple years ago, Rodney, was Maryland playing against Virginia.
Okay, go on. Results?
I was there. No one scored.
How was it for you, though?
It was fun.
The experience.
Very fun. 0-0 finish. There's an opportunity. Tampa Bay gets a strike that gets deflected out in front as Tate Johnson got free for just a moment. Just a beautiful place, though.
Correct. I do agree with that.
They've done such a good job building up that area in D.C. around the Navy Yard and whatnot. And
looks good.
It does.
1v1 right there. You can see the speed. That's just pure speed.
Cameron Mojabi here.
Javi needs support. He cannot do it alone. Now he's got 3 players on him. Where are his teammates at?
Well, did well for as long as he could, but it'll be a goal kick coming for Armstrong.
Did so well to make the run. Did so well to push the ball, to make something happen for his team, but he was the only one that was interested in that play.
What have you thought about the player down here for Tampa? It is Robert White. What have you thought about the energy level of this first half?
It's been decent. I think it's been on and off.
Maybe not what you'd expect from a semifinal, right?
I totally agree with you, but also maybe what we expected from a semifinals, because maybe both teams are feeling the pressure. Maybe they're a bit nervous, but this is when you rise to the occasion. And again, the heat being a factor.
Yep. Another build-up for Tampa Bay. Can they get one on target here? Instead, San Francisco recovers well again. You can see a little frustration building for Tampa Bay. Again, had not conceded a single goal in the tournament before Guzman finished in the 25th minute for San Francisco today.
And on Twitch, they're saying that this game is going to go into PKs. What are your thoughts?
I could certainly see it.
Do you want to see it?
I find the shootout extremely entertaining, but it wouldn't affect my happiness one way or the other. I mean, I'm extremely
you're just a happy guy all around?
I'm thrilled to be here and to see one team get an opportunity to play for a championship, no matter how it gets to that point.
I think this game is going to be defined by one special play. It's going to be defined by a moment of greatness, a pocket, a window of hope. That's what's going to make the difference.
3 minutes of added time here in the first half. This is Erickson, Sakalowski. San Francisco takes possession back. And that'll be a foul. This is Iniguez. Service comes all the way through, and there was a foul.
Getting a question here. What's the biggest difference between a 19-year-old MLS player and a 19-year-old academy player? What a question. The 19-year-old player that's on the MLS club has probably been at the MLS club for a couple of years, so their experience is a lot different. The level of play, the speed of play is a lot different. The size and the growth of that 19-year-old player already being in the professional level, just because of the intensity of training, and not only just on the ball, but also the weightlifting and all things like that. They go a long way into the growth of these players. But I don't know what they're feeding these players, man, because some of them are huge.
They make them bigger these days. Remember, some of the Salt Lake supporters in our opening match this week were telling us that some of their players were made in a lab, so I don't know.
There were a couple of lab babies in there, bro. It was interesting. The chat got interesting there for a minute.
We're only 20 seconds away from the 3 minutes of added time. Then it'll be up to the official as to when to end this first half. But it appears San Francisco will go into the break with the lead, unless Tampa Bay can generate something in this spot. Another ball forward for Tate Johnson. And this will go over the end line, a corner for Tampa Bay. Probably the last action of the first half. Johnson looking for the back post. A lot of contact there, no call. And the first half is over. 25th minute goal for Anthony Guzman was the breakthrough and is the lone goal in the first 45. San Francisco up 1-0. We'll take a break and be back here in our second U19 semifinal.
But it would be.
Welcome back to the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas. Our second U19 semifinal is at the half, and San Francisco leads Tampa Bay 1-0. Alongside Rodney Wallace, I'm Justin Galanti. And Rodney, an interesting first half, a goal right in the middle for San Francisco. And it was the first goal Tampa Bay gave up the whole tournament. So now the question is, how do you respond trailing for the first time all week?
And that's exactly what we want to see, right? How can they come back from this adversity? Are they going to use this as a motivational tool to move forward? But Guzman made a great effort, made a great solid effort, and put it in the back of the net. Not many chances, but executed.
Let's take a look at the highlights brought to you by Adidas. And it was an early start to this one as San Francisco opened on the front foot.
Ooh, testing the goalkeeper early. Good combination play. This is what we've seen a lot from San Francisco is their cohesive efforts around the box.
San Francisco continued to press forward and did a very nice job forcing turnovers in the midfield, setting up chances like this.
And these chances have been coming. They've been there often, and finally they got the break that they needed. And this was just out of effort and determination, and right there, just the skill and the precision to put the ball in the back of the net. Right here. And again, combination play. Oh.
Anthony Guzman with his second goal of the tournament, and it's given San Francisco Glens the 1-0 lead. This was the response from Tampa Bay, though. Played pretty well the rest of the half.
Yeah, and this was a very good chance right here, but we want to see the urgency. We want to see the recognition.
So those are our halftime highlights brought to you by Adidas. Now let's throw it down to our sounds of the game, also brought to you by Adidas.
At halftime, we'll get you taped up. We'll see how it feels. Come on. Listen, Kevin, you got to get more involved in the game. You two, look, we got to make, when Angel turns, you guys are waiting for him. You got to run so he can put it to the spot. Don't just wait. Take off. Johnny's behind you. Tell him I'm going, right? Hustle. Hustle, man.
All right, the positive. We still got 45 minutes left. We still have 45 minutes left. And, guys, there are so many goals to be scored in this game. So many goals to be scored in this game. So many, okay? Let's let that be us. Let's let that be us. Keep working. Keep running off the ball. Keep being dynamic. It's not going to get any easier for either team. It's only going to get hotter and more fatiguing, okay? So push through it. Run through it, right? Don't let this be the last 45 of the season. So continue to work hard, all right?
Those are sounds of the game, and taking a look at the U19 bracket. New England, a 2-1 win over FC Dallas earlier today, and they will take on whoever is victorious this afternoon between Tampa Bay and San Francisco. It's going to be a fun final on Sunday night. And Rodney Wallace, listening to those two head coaches, you just love the positivity from Blake Wagner for Tampa Bay. Just, you know, motivating his team and saying that there are goals out there for them to get.
I love that. I love the sounds of the games coming from the coaches. And on the Tampa Bay side, that was very good instruction that he was giving his players. He said that there are a lot of goals in this game. Be precise and dynamic and be patient. But a lot of goals in this game, that means that he sees something in the opponent. He sees the weaknesses that they need to exploit.
One substitution at halftime. Alexander Mihalik comes on for Tampa Bay as we begin half number 2. A spot in the U19 championship match at Toyota Stadium is on the line. Our final time speaking to everyone in the middle of the afternoon, Rodney. It's going to be interesting not having to set that alarm in the morning the next couple days.
Man, Justin, I'm going to miss you, man.
I'm going to miss you too. 90 degrees. Might not miss that. But it has been so awesome being here. And we've said this a lot, but it's not hyperbole. What an incredible event that MLS and everybody here in Frisco has put on. Absolutely first class for everybody that's working here, playing here, or a spectator. Couldn't have asked for a better week plus.
That's just patience, maturity,
Guzman again. A brace for Guzman. 2-0 San Fran.
What a goal from the young man. Again, putting a show. Repping the city. Let's go. That's amazing. That's what we want to see. A player taking control. These are the special moments that we talked about. And right here, ball in between the lines. He's at the right spot. He doesn't rush. He drives at the defender. And then right here, this little ball back. But the precision to put that ball right there. Hits the back of the net and they're up.
Took less than a minute and a half out of halftime for Anthony Guzman to make it 2-0 San Francisco. And boy, oh boy, is that huge.
What a goal.
It's a Tampa Bay team that has not been defeated this season, 16-0-3 record, but trailing 2-0 today. And how about, you talked about, big time players making big plays. How about New England's Jack Panayiotou and San Francisco's Anthony Guzman, each with a brace in the semifinals?
Yeah, it's so refreshing to see. It's so refreshing to have young players lead by example, not just by who they are, but what they do on the field. And these moments, they definitely pay off in the long run, and they shape the way that these players continue on in their careers.
There's line, far post. Matt, back there, number 9. Johnny, number 9. Matt, right in here. 16, Matt, right there.
See what Tampa Bay can do with this set piece. Trying to get the first one to start the road back.
Watch him. Angel, watch him.
Watch the spacing, the marking.
Tate Johnson carried away by Lucas Jones.
What a ball. But it's not just the ball, it's the recognition, the vision that he's got a player on the opposite side of the field.
Jonathan Locala. And back the other way, looking to counter is Tampa.
Have it. Not a bad effort.
No, Sakalovsky, though, all over the bar. Wearing that captain's armband. He had a goal in the round of 32 win against Orlando City. But as we talked about at the beginning of the match, Rodney, this is a Tampa Bay team that has had a bunch of different goal scorers in the tournament, so they don't just have to rely on one player in this kind of spot.
Yeah, it just makes it hard for the opposition to really focus on and zero in on one player. They're going to have to really commit to scouting a complete team. And that goes a long way. That's how teams win championships, by having different players getting involved and getting goals and assists. But what a time to be alive. What a time for these players, for these kids to be in a showcase like this, to be under the spotlight. It's positive. It creates that competition as well. It raises the level of the game. And then soccer in America as a whole will just get better, because now you have teams that are this competitive, players that want to join these academies, they want to join these clubs because they see what it looks like, they can see what it takes.
And we talked about the new stadium that's being built for San Francisco Glens. Things just getting better and better. I think one thing that a lot of the chat would find interesting is your perspective on, I mean, we don't know who's going to win, but somebody's going to win this match. What it would mean if a non-MLS affiliated club were to win at U19.
I mean, that's a testament to the work that the club is doing to provide an environment, a professional environment for these players.
Sakalowski wins the throw for Tampa and looks to move quickly.
San Francisco has been good on both sides of the ball. They're defending strong as a unit. They've been compact, and they've made the tackles that they have to make.
Justin Galanti, Rodney Wallace, our entire outstanding crew with you from the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas. 2-0 San Francisco Glens on top of Tampa Bay United with a spot in the U19 championship match on the line and a meeting with New England Revolution. Guzman again. Headed away by Johnson.
Look at the effort, determination. Hey, I love this game. I love that. I love a good play. I love the hustle on both ends of the ball. Decision making.
Here's Rodriguez Andrade. Oh, that is a beautiful ball. It is offside, but
we just saw two separate plays, and we see the different way that these players think. Some players are at a different level. Some players already have that vision. Some players need to get rid of the ball quicker.
What does Tampa Bay have here? Sakalowski gets back on it. Little bit of room for Tate Johnson, and he's won a corner. The reprieve from the heat here is a bit of wind, which is nice. Didn't have that the first 2 days. Has not been quite as hot as those first Saturday and Sunday set of contests that we had.
Away! Away!
Sakalowski couldn't quite settle it. And in the 54th minute, we'll have a goal kick for Lucas Jones.
We also, I would like to highlight that academies have, it's a full package, right? Like you get the nutrition, the educational, and then you get, in the soccer part of it, you get a video crew. And I'm not talking about a social media standpoint. I'm talking about the crew that breaks down each play. They break down the match. And it's important for those players to reach out and say, hey, I need this game. I want to watch my mistakes. I want to watch my body language, my positioning. I want to know where I can improve. And I also want to see my positive actions so then I can do them again. But look at this. Like,
oh, Guzman, an opportunity. Guzman with a hat
trick. Boom. There it is. There it is. The reward from working hard. Look at the pressure recognition that the player has, while Guzman has had a complete game.
The 25th, 47th, and 55th minutes have been magic for one Anthony Guzman.
And right there, the composure. But the hunger he has to get that ball. Anthony Guzman saw that play happen before it even developed. He was spotting where the danger was, and he almost let Tampa. He allowed the player to pass the ball casually. And then that's when he switched gears and got the ball.
He baited him into it a little bit.
Right.
Oh, that's a hard foul. Feels like we have a little bit of a case here, Rodney, of one team seems to want it a little bit more.
It takes individual and collective efforts, but hard work is something that is going to be always the main recipe to success. And right there, you got a glimpse of that from Guzman. And I guess we've gotten a lot of glimpses. That's a player with the hat trick.
So third hat trick this week here on Field 4. And what a stage for him to do it on. Here's Daniel Lugo, leaves for Lucas Camrath, who sent it well over the bar.
And you see San Francisco puts a wall, lines the wall up, and you see a player laying down across the wall. And that is something that teams do, that players do, in order to avoid the ball when it's struck low to make its way into the goal. So it's another way of just basically protecting yourself from not getting scored on. We actually saw Messi do it, and it's good for these players to be able to see these things and apply them into their own game. Sometimes these players bring in great ideas from just watching. Look at the combination play.
Oh, Guzman once again.
Get back now.
You've talked a lot this week about how much you can learn as a young player just from, watching other people do it.
Got to be a student of the game. If you want to get to the highest level, watch the players that are at the highest level. And not necessarily, you don't have to play like that one star that you follow, because that's also not healthy, but it's taking away little pieces of their game and adding it to who you are as a player. Dropsy on the Twitch. He said, "What kind of ice cream do you think these guys are going to get after the game?" He might have to join. They might have to join.
It's a good question. I would like to think that with this impressive a performance, each player can choose whatever they want.
Yeah, right here, bro.
Right?
I mean, at the end of the day, they deserve it, and I guess that's part of their recovery plan.
No ice cream for your recovery plan?
Nah, man, I was okay with having a little ice cream, having a little dessert.
Good skill there, but nothing coming of it for Iniguez.
PK.
Yep. A foul in the box. Perhaps well sold by Tate Johnson.
And it's a shame because number 79 for San Francisco has been so consistent on both ends of the ball. Andrade is a player that literally just made a smart play to reach for the ball. And then right there, he just makes the mistake of swinging through it. Maybe it's something that he has to correct, and that's his body language. Understanding that there are players around you. Where do you have to mark? Where's the danger?
Robert White able to finish. Tampa is on the board. It's 3-1 in the 60th minute.
That's what they needed. A little bit of hope. You can see what it means to them. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the ball again. One at a time.
Right down the middle, like we saw in the first game today.
It works.
So third goal of the tournament for Robert White. And now we'll get a couple of substitutions for Tampa Bay. Oliver Blake and Jonas Velasquez coming on. And off Faris Saheed, as well as Gabriela Riza. Blake Wagner, the head coach for Tampa Bay, looking to find something that can help his team come back in this match.
And now it's time for Kevin Rodriguez Andrade to... It's time for him to now forget that play. Forget that. Scratch it off. Don't keep it with you because it's going to affect your game after this. So lift your head up, keep it moving. These things happen, but he also needs to have players around him that let him know that. And I saw that. That's what I like from his teammates. The fact that it's already over. Get it out of your head.
Tampa Bay looking to move forward again with the momentum at the moment. Tried to feather a pass through, but couldn't quite get to Daniel Lugo.
It's the difference we've seen all game. San Francisco knowing that they have that quality in the box. Tampa not so much.
Lugo is offside.
There it is. Help him out. Guzman has done a great job at pressing and keeping that back line honest. Obviously, with his performance with 3 goals, he's going to demand a lot of attention, but that means that other players around him need to be connected with the play.
And that'll be another throw for Tampa Bay. Well, you do like to see that this team has responded despite going down 3-0.
1 goal at a time.
And obviously nearly 3-2 on that attempt just moments ago, and a great save by Lucas Jones. Oh, good back heel flick. Another chance here, maybe. Not definitively cleared. Comes over. Tate Johnson out in front.
Lugo.
Oh, here's an opportunity. Strike is on. It's 3-2. A brace for Robert White.
Let's go. Get the ball. We got a game in our hands. Let's go. Come on. The urgency. I love the urgency. I love the goal, but I'm impressed with the urgency. You can see what it means to the whole team. You can see what it means for White. It was a bit sloppy, but this is what happens when you get the ball in the box. Good things can happen. The determination each player had to make sure that this ball popped out and got to the back of the net. Great shot from White. Picked the corner, made a decision, executed. We got a game.
Well, we said we thought there'd be a lot of goals in this match. It's 3-2, a hat trick for Anthony Guzman, and a brace for Robert White. And we still have plenty of time left as we'll go into the hydro break here. And White now has 4 goals in the tournament.
San Francisco, they cannot collapse right now. This is actually a moment of tenacity. This is a moment when you show your true colors and what are you willing to do to win this game. Defending is so important right now. Set pieces, organization, communication, and being precise in that attack, because you need another goal. You need you need some room, and you need to take away some of that tension.
You know who was very much correct, Rodney, was Blake Wagner, the head coach for Tampa Bay United, who said there are a lot of goals out there in this match.
And that's exactly what we've seen so far.
Let's take another peek at the bracket here at U19. Earlier today, a 2-1 win for New England Revolution over FC Dallas to move to the final. And right now, obviously, a great one going on. Winner of this match plays New England for the U19 MLS NEXT Cup Championship on Sunday night at Toyota Stadium. Remember, we will have our first of 2 finals tomorrow. First match will be Strikers FC against DC United in the U16 Championship. And then the second of the day will be the U15 Championship between Real Salt Lake and Inter Miami. And then we'll have the 19s and 17s on Sunday night. And then everybody's going to fly home on July 4th.
That's wonderful, because I miss my family.
Sure, they miss you too.
And you know what, Justin?
Yeah.
The way that your coach responds to adversity, to getting scored on twice in a short period of time. If the coach is panicking, what do you think your players are going to do? They're going to panic too. So it's your responsibility as a coach to also set the tempo off the field and reacting in the right way. Be assertive, but at the same time, don't panic. Can't be that emotional. It's about the coaching. It's about the tactics.
So, Rodney, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is our 17th match that we've been able to broadcast this week.
17th?
Yes.
Already?
Yes.
Wow.
But that wasn't the part I needed correctly.
Right.
We have not had one like this, where a team had a big lead and really started to squander it. Right? We've seen, comebacks from a goal down, but no more than that. So if you're San Francisco right now, how do you, frankly, just stop what's going on?
You gotta get your tempo. You gotta control the game with the ball. Get the ball and start pinging it. Obviously, yes, you wanna pass it with a purpose, but get used to passing the ball, making the other team tired, getting comfortable again, and realizing that they are the ones winning the game. They're not losing, they're winning. Take the pressure away from yourself. Again, they're looking for a 1-2. These players, they know each other. They know how to play. They know what works for them. They know what doesn't.
Boy, the biggest cheerleader, if you will, is on the Tampa Bay sideline at the moment. Backup goalkeeper Gian Morales making a lot of noise, saying, let's go, let's go, let's go, to his guys, who have completely turned this match around here in the second half.
And in this play, you see Kevin Rodriguez just already knows what he's going to do with the ball, and that's so important right there. That's how you speed up the game. That's how you keep possession, tire out the other team, keep the ball moving from side to side.
Good ball ahead. This is Robert White again. Robert White
took that shoulder
out in front, and it was tipped, so it'll be a corner.
That's a great individual play, not just by the final product or dipping the shoulder and keeping the defender guessing, but also by the willingness to make that run.
2 goals for White. One on a PK in the 60th minute. Scored again in the 64th. We enter the 70th now. Service is excellent, but headed away from trouble.
Excuse me.
The old bear hug from
Excuse me.
Tate Johnson. So many times you see teams start to make a comeback, and then you just run out of gas for that last push. Does Tampa Bay have one more push in it?
It'll be interesting to see how this game continues to develop for these teams.
Nicasio. Jonathan Nicasio is tripped up. And there's no call.
Interesting call. In my position, the referee, in my opinion, the referee wasn't in a good position to see that play clearly. It's funny because we don't talk about the fitness of the referees, but the referees need to also be fit to keep up with the plays. The little details for them, they make a big difference in between a penalty or not, a game, deciding a game or not.
Yeah, that's a great point. Really is. Less than 20 minutes until the 90. 3-2 San Francisco in the U19 semifinal. A date with New England Revolution is on the line at Toyota Stadium Sunday night. Oliver Blake feeds through towards White. Robert White, good ball, strike and a stop made. Big one for Lucas Jones.
They're knocking on the door. They're knocking on the door, and this is what we love to see. Little plays like that, combination, running in behind the defenders right there, just sneaking away in between those gaps. But take note on that strike right there. There's power. It's on target, making the goalkeeper make a save.
Yeah, good look for Jonathan Nicasio. Has 2 goals in the tournament. Tied for the second most on the Tampa Bay team, behind only Robert White's 4. Here comes Lugo again for White, who's made everything happen for Tampa today. Robert
Going
White.
between the lines, good.
Beautiful for Lugo. White.
Ooh. Great piece of skill right there. Man, what a play right here by Guzman. Should get rewarded with the foul, but what a play from him. He's fit. You can tell that he's used to running. You can tell that this is part of his DNA right here.
The effort level is off the charts. Already with a hat trick today.
And you see that little overlapping run right there? That makes a big difference. That just carries the defender with him.
A mistake here. Luckily for Tampa Bay, they were able to recover. Alexander Mahalik misplayed it a bit. About to have a substitution for San Francisco at our next stoppage. There's Lugo.
Lugo's trying to take care of the ball. I love it.
Tate Johnson
taking advantage of his chances. There's no reason why that play should not be still San Francisco possession. That's just a lack of communication right there. Play me the ball quicker. Talk to your teammate.
You get the feeling that this match is not going to end 3-2.
Good. Good attempt. All ball right there. Hey!
That'll be a yellow against Lucas Camrath. And a couple players down here for San Francisco.
It's getting chippy now. Getting chippy right now. But it's about these little passes, taking care of the ball. Cannot give it away right there. Beautiful clean tackle. But then right there, that follow through was questionable for me.
Nathan Murillo coming on for San Francisco. They'll replace Cameron Mojabi. And it looks like we'll go back to the benches for a little more hydration. These teams can refuel for the final stretch of this match. Well, it looked like this would be a pretty easy runaway. 1 minute water break here is what we're being told. So this looked like it would be an easy win for San Francisco. Goals in the 25th, 47th, and 55th minutes for Anthony Guzman. Had San Fran up 3-0. But then Robert White scored twice to get Tampa Bay back in it. And this is going to be a dogfight the rest of the way.
San Francisco they've collapsed a bit. They need to get back to how they were playing. They cannot rely on just Guzman to press every single ball. But he's showing his leadership by running that hard. And that should inspire his teammates to run twice as hard for him. He's got 3 goals.
Adidas is a proud partner of MLS Next, where others see the impossible. At Adidas, we see possibilities. Impossible is nothing.
Well, perhaps Tampa Bay United trying to prove just that. Attempting to come back from 3 goals down in this U19 semifinal. There you see the man who has the hat trick. And now another substitution for Tampa Bay United, as Oliver Drost is on. Some nervous fans on the side of the pitch. So we are under 13 minutes until the 90. That last foul right before the quick hydro break. A couple players were down for San Francisco. They all got back up and seemed to be just fine. Kate Johnson tripped up. It'll be a corner. Got to be careful if you're San Francisco. Already have allowed a PK in this half.
It's a brave tackle in the box. He executed it. He committed to it. Got to give him credit.
This is White.
Hey! You saw that? You seen that? Ref, he ran it to me. He ran it to me, Ref. You seen that? He ran it to me. He ran it to, I was like this. You see me? He ran it to me.
Can hear a lot of conversation with the officials at the moment. So free kick is coming.
It's a valuable opportunity. Tampa Bay has to capitalize on just about every chance to get near the goal, and this is one of them.
Back post, headed by Lugo. And a goal kick for Jones.
Good service. Just picking out a target.
What do you always say about services, right? It's about giving your team a chance.
Right. Put it in the right spot. Okay. That build up.
Here's Drost, who just came on. Bit of a miscommunication with White there.
If I'm San Francisco, I'm bringing in a player that's going to be able to keep the ball and reset the tempo of the game. And then after that, I'm bringing in an attacking player that's able to alleviate the pressure, that's able to keep the ball and make it easier for the other players that have been on the field already that are tired.
Blake Wagner, the head coach for Tampa Bay United, has seen his team cut a 3-goal deficit to 1, hoping that they can find one more in the final 10-plus minutes here. San Francisco is asking for a hand there, but no such call made. And it will be a throw for Tampa. And a foul and a yellow here against Tampa Bay.
What I liked about this play is it's the numbers that San Francisco got behind the ball. The players were committed to running back, making sure that they leave no room for error.
Robert White with the brace today. Who gets the yellow?
The brace just isn't enough right now, right?
Right.
Does he have more in the tank?
Iniguez leaves it back. One more
right there
would effectively end it. It's an opportunity. An easy save, though, for Armstrong on Guzman.
And he kept running. Yes, it's okay.
Nicasio a little bit too far there.
At least they understand what they want to do, and now San Francisco can see Tampa's urgency.
Urgency has to be at a high as we wind down to 82 gone by. Justin Galanti, Rodney Wallace, our entire outstanding crew with you from Frisco, Texas in the Toyota Soccer Center. Tate Johnson, good tackle.
This is Guzman. He's drifting out wide because he knows the ball can get to him. He's facing him up. He wants to cook him a little bit. Well done. Love it. Love the movement off the ball to receive it. Not shying away from the moment. Ay.
Here's Rodriguez Andrade.
Ooh. Don't mind it. Don't mind it.
And now the counter back the other way. Lugo for Johnson.
San Francisco needs numbers back. And Tampa needs players attacking the ball. More than 2 players. You're down. It's the 83rd minute. Dig deep. Go try to get yourself a goal. And then the rest of the team push up and be ready for the second balls.
San Francisco Glens supporters on the far side of the pitch there, trying to will his team to a spot in the U19 championship match. White couldn't quite run it down, but it will be a throw for Tampa.
But he's applying pressure. He's applying the pressure. San Francisco's feeling it.
Bouncing ball in. Shot. Couldn't quite keep it on the back post.
But they're again knocking on the door. Service. Good second ball.
Here's Lugo. Out wide it goes. Oliver throws out in front. What a play by Jones.
And again, they're ready for the pop-out ball.
Lugo again.
What an individual effort.
Long ball over the bar. Sakalowski had a chance. Let's look at this last opportunity.
He hit it with the right foot with the outside of the foot. In Spanish, we call that tres dedos. 3 toes right there at an angle. It's not for everybody.
Takes a lot of skill. So we are in the 86th minute. Despite allowing 2 goals, there have been a number of high-level saves in this second half for Lucas Jones. This match was only 1-0 at halftime on Anthony Guzman's goal in the 25th minute. He scored 2 more times in the second half to get it to 3-0. But Robert White had goals for Tampa in the 60th and 64th. And since then, we've been at this 3-2 score.
I'd like to see somebody from Tampa Bay, maybe even White, drift out a little bit. Don't get so caught up with where the ball is. Drift out and then force San Francisco to have to go and mark him 1v1.
Tate Johnson. These are the spots we've talked about all week when you can't rush your decision making.
You can't. You just got to be smarter than that. At this level, you already have to recognize that that ball is not going to get there, and you already told the defender where you're going to play it. There's no rush.
Oh, an open look and a stop for Armstrong. Makes the save on Shane Lonergan. Could hear from all the way over here someone yelling who's on him as soon as that ball got to Lonergan's foot.
It's the marking, right? Recognizing where the danger is, knowing when your opponent is, head on a swivel. Not allowing crosses right now as well. Very important from both sides.
Only a couple more minutes for us here, Rodney, at the place that we've called home for about a week now.
It's coming to an end.
Our stage here at Field 4 will move inside the stadium tomorrow night for the championship matches. We know that a U19 New England Revolution will be there. Who will join them? Lonergan.
Yo, Guzman. Guzman moves different. He moves different. He's a little bit ahead of the curve right here, just by the fact that he's chasing balls down, but he's not doing it in a crazy way. He's actually doing it and winning the ball, and he has skill. He's got feet. That boy's playing right now.
See this last challenge that was deemed to be no foul. Good run by Nicasio. We enter the 90th minute. 3-2 San Francisco. A team that was, as many might say, probably not supposed to be in this spot, is just minutes away from a chance to play for the U19 championship.
A spot where you weren't supposed to be, but now you're here, so now you got to take advantage of the fact that you are here and you have the potential to go play in the final and lift the trophy.
They have certainly taken advantage of their chances here in Frisco.
One touch.
Oh, that's beautiful. Here's Drost. 4 minutes of added time, indicated by the fourth official.
Skill, but yet so smart, knowing where his teammates at.
There's Guzman, already 3 today. He drops it off over the bar. What a chance for Nathan Murillo. That would have effectively ended it.
He would have put the game to bed right there. Would have put the other team to sleep. But it's the recognition right there to know that Guzman is out wide. You gotta almost double him up. He's out wide, a player that's had a hat trick, and he makes good decisions. It's just about the precision right there. The finish wasn't there. The whole play developed in the right place.
This will be a corner for Tampa.
A very important corner for Tampa.
They would love a chance of the quality that San Francisco just had.
And if you're San Francisco, you have to mark up. You have to be organized. There is absolutely no room for error right now.
Zakalowski was able to stop it.
Touch.
Gross.
Skill.
Oh, beautiful. Has one! And a stop for Jones.
Nice little chance right there. I mean, the fact that he already knew what he was going to do, the control, as soon as he touched the ball, you knew that the player had quality and he was going to face up and go 1v1.
Jones has had a very good match for San Francisco in net.
He's been impressive. It hasn't been, you know, the flashiest game, but it's about doing the little things that you do right and perfecting them in a big game.
Drost again. Good ball onto the foot of Tate Johnson. And is Johnson fouled? I guess not.
I'd like to see that play again. Running back. Stays up right there. And it's the second one. I'm not a referee. What do you guys think?
Everybody here turned around and thought you were asking them that.
Well, what do you guys think?
Checking out the chat, see what the opinions are. 1 minute until the 4 of added time. A chance for a last push for Tampa Bay United. Open room for Michael Malili. Tate Johnson. Service is right into the hands of Jones. Foul here against Tampa Bay.
And you let him off the hook by fouling right there. There's no reason why you should foul. And there's no reason actually for the goalkeeper to rush that play for San Francisco. Just be a little bit more patient. Jones right there. I wouldn't say waste time, but take the time that's given. And you can see Guzman telling him, what are we doing here? Slow down. Recognize what the score is. Recognize the clock.
We're at the 4 minutes. It is on the referee's discretion the rest of the way.
And look who's fighting for his team still. 94th minute.
And you can see Anthony Guzman just about out of gas as he has left it all on the pitch this afternoon. Referee checks his watch here.
These are performances that can change the lives of players right here. A performance like that can take you places.
It is over. San Francisco will play for the U19 championship at MLS NEXT Cup. An incredible performance by our Adidas man of the match, Anthony Guzman, with a hat trick in the semifinals, Rodney.
And it's just the determination and the will to go forward, but the quality to put the ball in back in the net under that amount of pressure after battling shows quality. And here he makes the right decision, slow the play down and keep running. Pass and move, shoot, get the goal, celebrate. And again, right here, pressing, being a dog right here. Give me that ball. I'm gonna put that in the back of the net. Thank you very much. Boom, boom. Ding. Knockout.
And that third goal that didn't seem all that important at the moment turns out to hold up as the winner, as Anthony Guzman is our Adidas man of the match, and San Francisco Glen, well, they win 3-2, and they move to the championship match to take on New England Revolution. Well, it's time to move inside the stadium. 4 age levels, 4 champions will be determined. And we will have all the coverage tomorrow and on Sunday at U19, New England, San Francisco for the title. Thanks so much for being with us today, and we hope you're back with us tomorrow for the U16 final to start, DC United versus Strikers FC. For our entire crew, and Rodney Wallace, I'm Justin Galanti.